Resident Evil 6, despite being one of the best-selling Capcom games, also has a very poor reputation among the gaming community and much of the Resident Evil fanbase. A major complaint often cited about RE6 is that it doesn't follow the horror-based spirit of the original RE games. I feel that due to this major criticism, the game hasn't been taken fairly on its own. My intent here is to argue that when considered away from the franchise, RE6 does manage to be an enjoyable and pretty great third-person action shooter. In this video essay, I'll explore many of the reasons why I enjoyed and recommend Resident Evil 6. Part 1. My personal experience with Resident Evil 6. My main knowledge of the Resident Evil franchise before playing Resident Evil 6 was from playing Resident Evil 4 when I was younger. Due to my experience with RE6, I wasn't expecting a pure survival horror title, such as Silent Hill, in the first place. Indeed, RE6 is not a horror title, but more similar to a third-person action series, such as Gears of War. Whilst RE6 can be played in single-player with an AI partner, the game makes it clear that having another human player is the preferred way to go for the story, by presenting the invite option before the start of any campaign. And thus, I played it through entirely with a friend. RE6 is a blast to play with a friend. It's fun to mess around with, talk about your own experiences, and help each other out when you go down a struggle. Part 2. The importance of co-op. I must point out the necessity of playing RE6 in co-op in order to get the most out of the game. RE6 is built from the ground up to support co-op, and most chapters have parts specifically designed to take advantage of this. In some levels, you may be split up from your teammate for a bit and have to help each other pass a challenge from afar. In other levels, you may be given different tasks while together. A notable example of RE6's great co-op includes a section from Jake's campaign where you both are escaping from a lab in different sections. As Jake, you get to a camera room where you can oversee your partner Sherry's area. From here, you tell her where the enemies are, help her follow an enemy into a locked room without being spotted, and even use her viewpoints that you can't see from the cameras to help solve a key code puzzle on your end. Another great example is in Chris's campaign, where at one part you pilot a fighter jet in order to escort your partner Piers safely on his way to detonate some explosives. Resident Evil 6 utilizes its co-op function well, and I highly recommend playing through the game with a friend. Part 3. A very basic plot summary. Resident Evil 6 tells its story across 3 different campaigns: Leon, Chris, and Jake. Leon's campaign is a series newcomer, Helena, and covers them avenging the president, who was zombified in the prologue. Leon's campaign is the closest to being horror-focused. Chris's campaign is about his downfall and later redemption of his role as a squad leader in the fight against the outbreak. This campaign is more action-based and focused around Chris and his partner Piers trying to protect the world. Jake's campaign features Jake Mueller, son of series villain Albert Wesker, and his partner Sherry Birkin, the daughter of William Birkin, the previous head of the G-Virus Research Project. This campaign is about their struggle to survive, as Jake's blood contains the only known antibodies for the deadly C virus. Part 4. Overall gameplay. Enemy design. Beyond standard enemies such as zombies or shriekers presented at the start, RE6 features a wide depth of enemy variety. As you explore deep into mines, ancient labs, and China, you encounter a wide variety of enemies, from a giant BOW shark to the incredibly terrifying Rascapanje, a parasitic face eater that infects those they kill. This is by far some of the best fun I've had with video game monsters in a while. The best example for showcasing RE6's amazing enemy design is the Guavo from Chris and Jake's campaign. They're a group of infected that retain their consciousness and have the ability to mutate their bodies when they're injured or hurt.
Jesus, what are these nasty looking things?
They're Guavo, and they're encased in a cocoon.
From growing meat shields on their arms to block bullets, turning broken legs into wings to continue combat, or even transforming into a swarm of zombie insects, the game continues to introduce incredibly interesting and fun ways to fight these foes. Level design. Along the free campaigns, the level design goes from standard locales like graveyards and cathedrals, worth pointing out that this is in Leon's campaign and is clearly meant to reference RE4, to gigantic secret underground labs and atop massive skyscrapers and battle with large monsters. The levels are clearly intended to utilize the co-op option available in the game, as stated earlier, with many moments where you separate or work together to achieve a goal. RE6 also paces out the levels quite well, with rest breaks given after intense encounters, and it almost only knows just when a moment should be scary versus when it should be cool. A great example of this is the fight against the Rascal Lapanje in Leon's campaign. This endlessly regenerating monster stalks you through market stalls as you rush to find free hidden keys throughout the area. Once you finally found them all, it culminates in an awesome fight against this regenerator, trying to throw it in a meat grinder and finally end it. Part 5. Miscellaneous features. Here, I'm going to cover a few neat parts of RE6 that wouldn't fit well into any other category. The free main campaigns have sections where the stories cross over, and if both campaigns are played online at the same time and get to the section, it becomes 4-player co-op for those segments. Whilst I wasn't able to experience this, as the online mode is now dead due to its age, I imagine it would have been quite fun to see. Mercenaries is back from previous RE titles. It has great music, diverse maps, each level having its own enemy variety based off the campaign it's from. Overall, it's a fun survival mode, especially the music though. Just listen. Similar to RE3's Nemesis, Jake's campaign features a recurring monster known as the Ustanak. This hulking beast is all but invincible and will be stalking you the whole campaign. From sneaking around in a snowy mountain to having a fist fight above a pit of lava, the Ustanak brings several exciting additions to the game. A neat little detail that tends to go overlooked is how the HUD changes, not only between campaigns, but between characters themselves. It does quite a bit for the immersion with such a subtle addition. Part 6. The Summary. In summary, Resident Evil 6 might not be similar to the previous RE games, and like all games, it may have its flaws, but when taken on its own, it's still a well done and very enjoyable action game. I love its monsters, its creative design, and its overall production value, and I highly recommend anyone to play it, especially if you have a friend with it too. Hey there, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I really did quite enjoy RE6, and I wanted to defend it in the public eye. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe, and even discuss down below in the comments as I will be reading everyone. In addition, I would like to give thanks to my friend Dominic for recommending me RE6 and being a great pal helping with footage and writing.